On the road to South Carolina State, we knew it would be a tough game. They got a very good program, well coached, and they was in position again to make another run for the MEAC title. We was kind of in their way, and they was kind of in our way. We needed to win that game to keep our hope alive for the chips to fall right in our way like they did last year for a couple of teams, and we was not able to do it. We're not able to do it. I thought the guys fought hard for 4 quarters. We got off to a slow start, but the guys fought back in the second half, never quit, and made a game of it late. But when they would pull it out. So hats off to South Carolina State and Coach Pugh. His coaching staff were doing a great job of getting his guys prepared, and then we just came up a little short.
Coach, this week, last home game of the season against Florida A&M. Talk about that.
Yeah, Senior Day. We've been talking about it all week. The seniors, I told them today they got 5 practices left, including tomorrow's practice and 4 next week. So it's winding down for those guys, and just wanted them to appreciate, playing the game, going to school for 4 years, and giving all they've given to this program in the game of football, and to respect the game. And but we need to win it. We need to win it to get back to 500 on the season, 5-5, and 4-3 in the conference, and then of course get the one next week and put us to 6-5, so we have a winning season, and 5-3 in the conference. And if we can accomplish those 2 things, we'll be heading in the right direction with a winning season in the second year, doubling the wins, and heading in the right direction.
What do you think about Famo's, what you've seen of them so far?
They're solid. They're better than their record. They have continued to get better as the season has gone on, and that's what you want to see. His guys haven't given up, haven't quit. They continue to get better. The defense is playing very solid. The offense is struggling a little bit to score points, but the defense is doing a great job. They throw it around every play. They're a dangerous team. They're a dangerous team. If they can get some confidence, if they can get going early, they can very easily have won a lot of other games, not only ours. The last 2 opponents, A&T 28-7, and North Carolina Central 27-24. And Central had to kick a field goal to beat them, and they scored 10 points in the 4th quarter. So they're playing well. They're playing well. They can beat anybody. So we got to be ready to play, and we got to execute both offensively, defensively, and special teams to get away to secure this win this week.
What can you say about Watford and the 3 others who didn't play on Saturday?
They broke a team rule, was suspended for the game, and we got to go next man up. We was shorthanded. 4 starters was out, and including our quarterback and center, and you're going against arguably the best defensive line in the conference, and you don't play without your best offensive lineman. So we went a little shorthanded, but we fought. I was proud of the guys, the backup guys that played, and the rest of the guys that tried to step it up. They never quit. We still gained over 350 yards, probably over 400 yards, but we had so many minus yards because of the sacks. So we moved the ball. We got a lot of yards against those guys, which a lot of teams didn't do this year, and put up 21 points. Had a couple other red zone opportunities in the first half that we squandered away. We had opportunity. The guys fought, and we moved the ball, and nobody quit. So I was proud of the guys for their effort.
Are they able to play this week?
Yes, sir. They back this week.
That's such a big deal when you think about it, not just the quarterback at the center, that whole exchange thing. Did they have a little bit of time to work on that? Did they know about it a few days?
Oh, yeah. We found out like Tuesday. So we knew those guys got some reps, and it's like Jarrell's his first game of the season. It's like week 1 for him, So I thought he played well enough for us to win. I thought he made some mistakes that we expected, him to make some mistakes. But he took a couple sacks that he shouldn't have taken. They had 11 sacks, but probably really only 6 or 7 was real sacks. Other ones was where he was out of the pocket and got tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and then you get credit for a sack. So, and that's, first game of the season for him, and, just made some young mistakes because he's still a young quarterback. He's only played 6 games, and so, but I thought he played well enough for us to win. We just didn't execute down the stretch, and gave a block punt when they rushed one guy. The fake punt set up the other touchdown in the first half. So, if you look at the game, it really was a game that we could have won.
With Jarrell having to play in that game last week, this removes your option to redshirt him. So what happens with these next 2 games in terms of the quarterback position? Because if you need him for next year, these next 2 years, you have to play him here to get him some extra reps.
Oh yeah, I do. So Jarrell's going to start this week, and Dave will be the backup. If Jarrell's not playing well, and I think that Dave gives a better chance to win the game, I'll put Dave in. If not, I'll keep Jarrell in. But yeah, Jarrell's going to be the starter, and Dave will be the backup. And both guys know that Dave could play if Jarrell's not playing well, or if we get up and Dave needs to go in the game, he will.
You talk about the rushing game at South Carolina State. It seemed like you really improved from William and Mary into SC State. You really upped the running game some.
Yeah, we just challenged the guys to step it up, and they did for the most part. I think when we went with our tight set, our big line, and on the goal line, we didn't really get a lot out of it. But when we was in the field and we just was in our regular offensive sets, we ran the ball decent. And but I really wanted to see us run the ball better when we got in our 2 tight end sets on the goal line and try to pound that ball in down there. And we weren't able to do it. We started going backwards a couple of times. So overall, the running game improved. But where we really needed it the most was in the red zone, and we went with our big sets, and we really didn't get a lot out of it. So. But looking at the big picture, yeah, we did improve from William and Mary. Got a lot of positive yards out of some running plays, and I think both Dukes and Garrett went over 50 yards, and we was pretty balanced run pass, and we moved the ball. We scored some points. We just need to score some more, make some more plays.
You were talking earlier about winning the last 2, you winning record. How big of an accomplishment do you feel that would be for this team?
I think it'd be a great accomplishment. We was 3-9 last year, and got a lot of guys back from that team. And for this team, if we could get to 6-5, 6-5. First of all, is a winning season. Number 2 is improves, doubles the wins that we had last year, and it shows that the program is headed this way. It's not leveling off. It's not going back down. It's continuing to rise. And when you talk about you in your 2nd year and you're trying to change the culture and rebuild a program and get it back to where it used to be, I think we're headed in the right direction. If we can get to 6 this year and then moving on up to 8, 9, 10 next year, we got the program going right where we want to go. So we're on track.
Were you pleased? I'm sure it's not the right word, but you went into that game last week with missing some people. Maybe the best team in the league, certainly the best defense. Were you somewhat encouraged at all by the way they responded?
I was very pleased that the guys didn't go in with a defeated attitude, never gave up, understand that nobody's bigger than the team and it's the next man up, and let's go get it done. We shocked the world last year when we beat Bethune-Cookman. We had a lot of injuries, a lot of guys didn't play. Played them here. They was in a similar position that South Carolina State was this year, and they had the number 1 defense in FCS football. So, and we put 40 points on those guys and beat them 40-35. So we had a similar situation, and we was trying to do it again this year as we did last year. We just weren't able to do it.